Welcome, 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 Pisces. Butch Tarot here. I want to say hello to all my beautiful Pisces. Men can be beautiful too, so don't feel left out. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I am going to be using the Tattooed Tarot. Funny story, kind of what I was going to call my tarot channel before, when I was thinking of a name. Now, oddly enough, the reason I went with Butch Tarot, it was more of like a masculine sounding because I am a male masculine reader. So I ended up going with that. Butch was actually, a lot of my friends called me that growing up because I worked at a butcher shop. I lived in the country. There wasn't a lot of jobs around. So I worked at a butcher shop when I was very young, and my friends just started calling me it. So anyway, but Tattooed Tarot was an idea. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, spirits, and guides, what message do we have for Pisces? What is going on for Pisces, universe? All right, Pisces. One thing I can say about the Tattooed Tarot is it is a stiff deck. That sounded bad. What I mean is I've had it for years and it's still firm. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. That just, I don't know, dirty minds or what, but that, none of that came out right. Let's move on. So the first thing I see, Pisces, I feel like there's this connection that you have with someone now. I do, for some of you, because like I said, it is general read. For some of you, this is someone that you may have met recently. For others, this may be something that has been going on for a while. But I feel like there's a really strong connection with this person. But it sometimes feels one-sided. There's a reason for that. I feel like when this person came in, I feel like this person, they weren't looking. They weren't expecting to find what they found. You know, they weren't looking for love. And I'm just gonna shoot it straight to you. No sugarcoating. You know, I feel like this person was just playing. You know, they were attracted to you physically, and I feel like this person came in and they were just trying to hit it and quit it. But that's when their plan got derailed. I mean, I feel like this person saw you completely different than they thought you were. You know, they had you all wrong. You know, they started seeing you differently with that hangman, seeing things in a different perspective. You know, and I mean, I feel like there's this huge transformation in what this person, you know, their whole take on this, their, you know, how they reacted, how they react, you know, how they feel. Everything is shifting. This is this huge transformation, like I said, with the Death card, that Scorpio energy. And I don't feel, I mean, they started seeing you differently. They started seeing you in a way that, I mean, they felt this connection to you that was unlike any connection they felt before. And it all happened very quickly. And like I said, I mean, it's a very quick moving energy with that Knight of, the Knight of Swords. But I feel like they had a hard time telling you. I feel like it scared the shit out of them. If I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like it scared them. And they didn't know how to tell you. I just don't feel like they were expecting this at all. But it hit them like a ton of bricks. And I feel like they keep it from you. I mean, even though I feel like this person knows exactly what they want. So if you think this person doesn't want you, like I said, I feel like there's this connection, but it feels like it may be one-sided. It's absolutely not. We have the Two of Wands. This person knows exactly what they want. We have the Lover's card. This is a deep connection. What's holding this back is their fear. They never wanted anything like this before. What they were expecting is not what they got. So it may feel like this person, it may feel like there's some defensive energy with this person. There is defensive energy, but it's not defending themselves from you, and it's not defending themselves from wanting this. That's not the case. With the Nine of Swords, I feel like it's fear holding this person back. They're scared how much they care about you. They're scared how much, and I'm just going to say it, how much they love you. And I mean, and not only that, but I feel like the way it started and that energy, that's another part of the fear. They want to be honest with you, but they feel like they can't tell you that. They can't tell you what their intentions were. Or at least they don't want to tell you. I mean, they want to protect what you have. I mean, we have the Emperor. It's that very commanding presence, a very protective energy. Like, this person wants to protect what they have with you because they want more of it. They got a taste and they're hooked. I mean, all this person wants to do is nurture this connection. All they want to do is give to it. And like I said, they weren't always nurturing, but they want to give to this. They want this. They want to build that trust with you to a point where they can be honest with you and they can tell you what's going on. Leave it to a Pisces to have someone fall in love. Pisces, I mean, they're so easy to fall in love with, but I mean, this person, not only do they want you, I feel like they need you. We have the Fool card. This person's all in. Like I said, with the Seven of Swords, I just don't feel like they told you yet. And I feel like you may be feeling like it's one-sided here because I don't feel like this person necessarily is great at opening up. I feel like they're getting there, though. I do feel like like I said, this huge transformation in this person. It's almost like they want to restart or redo. We have the Ace of Wands that, I feel like you inspire something in this person, and it's almost like they want, it's not so much reconciliation. For some of you, it may be someone that came in, played games a little bit hard, and maybe, kind of pushed you away, and they want back. For others, this is someone that just wants a fresh new start. I mean, like I said, we have the Lover's card. This is not a one-sided thing. But what's important to this person is showing up, and they will show up for you. With the Eight of Pentacles, showing up, putting in the work. Because like I said, I mean, it is paramount that this person gains your trust. They feel like they may have screwed it around a little bit, but they want to earn your trust. They want you to trust them because they see a future with you. Like I said, the Fool card's the beginning of a new journey. They're all in. They're going to do whatever it takes with that Ten of Wands to get you and to keep you. I mean, with the Hierophant, that's a strong union. That's someone wanting something real with you and doing whatever it takes. I mean, I feel like this person broke free I'm gonna cover this devil's boobs because I don't want to get banned, but it's the devil in reverse. You know, I feel like they're freeing themselves from that old way of thinking. I mean, I feel like you, you know, you're like a breath of fresh air. You know, they're finally seeing things in a different way. Everything seems different, and that's what falling in love is. Everything does seem different. Everything looks different. Everything feels different. But like I said, this person has a lot of love to give, and I mean, I feel like they want to give it to you with that Queen of Cups, that nurturing energy again. You know, this person knows what they want. They're coming after it. And, you know, with the King of Wands, it's a very, very intense energy, but it's also very, like I said, sure of themselves. I mean, it is intense. But this connection this person has with you is intense. You know, it's not. This is not how regular relationships start generally. But who cares about regular, as long as it's right. I mean, like I said, I mean, there's new love here. Love is definitely in the air, Pisces. Like I said, I feel like part of this person's energy, you know, they came in with like that Knight of Wands in reverse. You know, they thought they were coming in for a good time, not a long time, but now that's the last thing they want. I mean, I feel like this person is inspired. You know, like I said, when you fall in love, everything changes around you. You know, things look different. That's why we have the Hangman as well, seeing things in a completely different perspective. When they saw you this way, there's no forgetting it. And like I said, for some of you, this may be someone that came in, kind of try to play around a little bit, and you know, they found out. I mean, this could be someone that's been, you know, they found out and they, you know, they kind of lost your trust and now they want it back and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. For others, this is a little more of a quicker transition. You know, they came in for a taste and now they want the whole meal. You know, it's like that old Lay's commercial. You can't just have one, right? It's funny how in life sometimes the person we find that person, that one, that soulmate, and that's what I get here, is soulmate type energy. When we find that person, nothing ever really can be the same. And some people know how to, you know, take that opportunity, and some people lose it. But this person doesn't want to lose it. They don't want to lose you. I mean, life is. Anyway, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Capricorn and Taurus, Aquarius and Gemini. We have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Sometimes we're drawn to people, and that's another thing too. Sometimes we're drawn to people, and some people haven't really experienced real love before, so they sometimes misinterpret the draw to that person as something physical or sexual, and they kind of go on that premise, you know, because they don't know. It's like the first time that you've ever experienced anything that you didn't know. Sometimes the feelings you have get misinterpreted as something else. You know, it happens a lot in friendships. Sometimes we're friends with someone and we grow closer and closer to that person, and then all of a sudden we realize that no, we're not just friends with that person, we're in love with that person. Or sometimes we're in a relationship with someone romantically, and somewhere along the line we realize, you know, we're not really a romantic couple, we're just really good friends. You know, we can misinterpret things so often. And sometimes we're attracted to people and we don't even know why. And some people try to put an answer to it. Sometimes the answer is it's a physical thing. You know, it's like sometimes we meet people and because we've never really experienced real love before, we have a hard time deciphering the energy. You know, and like I said, and sometimes we can screw it up because of that. You know, all I feel with this person is the fact that they hope they didn't screw it up, because that's not what they want. They want you. They want this. And sometimes we get in our own damn way. Sometimes we're with the person we want to be with, and telling them can be the scariest shit ever. And sometimes people are actually with the right person. They just don't know because that person doesn't know how to, you know, it's like a language barrier. You know, if you've ever gone to a different country where they spoke a different language and you want to say something to that person, but you just don't know how to put the words together. You don't know how to make it make sense. You know, it's the same in love. We're not all going to respond the same way. Some of us respond in the most obvious ways and some the most ridiculous ways. You know, but what I feel in this energy is someone that truly and deeply cares about you. Men tend to be more often than not, men are the ones that are a problem when it comes to speaking the love language. You know, they're not fluent in it yet. But just like anything else, time will solve that. Someone that really wants something bad enough, they'll do whatever it takes to get it. And that's what I see with this person. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.